Hello, welcome to Meditation for Misfits, and thank you for being here today. Today I'll be guiding our mindfulness meditation, about half an hour here today. Once we close the practice, as always, do feel free to share your experience of the practice. If you're comfortable to, share that in the comments. Otherwise, feeling free to journal about your experience. So, today, moving into our mindfulness practice, remembering that mindfulness is all about observation, noticing what is, of bringing awareness to whatever senses we have access to, whatever sensations we have access to, our mental space, emotional space, and spiritual space. So here I'll be bringing in a little bit of guidance around however you conceive of your spiritual space as we move through today's practice. And mindfully or observing that space, all of those spaces, our whole body experience without attaching any value judgment, no good, no bad, no right, no wrong. We're simply noticing what is, what we're experiencing, and allowing ourselves to be exactly wherever we're at in this moment. One of the beautiful things about radical acceptance, which is kind of a complementary to mindfulness, observing without attaching value judgment, that radical acceptance helps us both to accept ourselves, but also to empowers us to shift as we need. So noticing what's going on in our bodies, what's going on in our minds, and then afterwards, as we accept where we're at, feeling more empowered through being honest about our observations, feeling more empowered to move more intentionally throughout our days. So with that, let's get into our practice today. Feel free to find a comfortable place to be in your body, seated or lying down. Hi, Smokey. Here, as much as you can, relaxing through your body. And keeping your eyes open or opening your eyes if you have already closed them. Whatever access to your sense of sight, gazing around, or here, if you're limited in sight, maybe just tuning into that mental eye, and noticing what you see. So observing here colors, shapes, noticing motion, stillness. And whatever level of access you have to your sense of sight, gazing around, noticing the turn of your head from one side to the other, observing the sensation through the cervical spine and the muscles along your neck as you gaze up. And as you draw your gaze down. And then here, bringing your head back to center, option to close your eyes if they're open, and bringing your awareness to your sense of hearing. What can you hear most distant from you, whatever access you have to sense of sound? Noticing sustained sounds, changes in rhythm, volume, observing high or low pitch of sound, and bringing your attention to the sounds closer to you in your space. Maybe the hum of the appliances, sound of air through a heater, the sound of your breathing. As you breathe in, bringing attention to your sense of smell, observing any aromas on the air. To whatever degree you have access to your sense of smell, observing lightness or heaviness of scent. Observing scents of floral, earth, maybe the scent of a candle you've lit, or an essential oil you have diffusing or on your skin. Maybe just the scent of your own body. Mindfully bringing in aromas. And then shifting your attention to your sense of taste, observing flavors on your tongue. Again, whatever access you have to sense of taste, noticing heaviness or lightness of taste. Whatever is lingering from anything you've had to eat or drink, or from brushing your teeth. Aware of flavors on each part of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, the sides, center, the back of your tongue. Observing bitter, sour, salty, sweet. And then here, bringing attention to your sense of touch, noticing the air on your skin, the warmth or coolness. The texture of your clothing or anything covering you, the softness or roughness. Observing the looseness or fittedness. The coolness or warmth of your clothing. And then here, bringing attention to your breathing. Noticing your inhale, exhale. Aware of any resistance or ease as you breathe in. Resistance or ease as you breathe out. Bringing attention to the speed of your breath, the quickness or slowness or evenness of your breathing. Noticing here how the body moves or what moves as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Here, bringing attention to the flow of the breath. The expansion of the ribs as you breathe in, the flow of the breath through the body, up through the throat, out through the nostrils. And bringing attention to sensation in the body. Noticing your face, your lips, cheeks, eyes, forehead, any tension, any ease. Bringing attention to any sensations along your jaw, up to your ears, the base of your skull, the muscles along your neck. Bringing attention, mindful awareness to your shoulders, tension or ease, comfort or discomfort. And again, feeling free to shift as you need, but also mindfully aware. So attaching no value, judgment, no good or bad sensation. We're just noticing tense, ease, comfort, discomfort. Maybe aware of any pain. Any dullness or sharpness of sensation. And shifting your attention down to your arms, hands, and fingers. Feeling here the weight of your arms. Where you feel cool or warm from shoulders to fingertips. And then bringing attention to your chest, to your upper back, the muscles along your chest, the bones, the ribs, front and back, scapulas, shoulder blades, muscles along the shoulder blades. Here, bringing gentle attention to your belly, mid back and low back. Feeling your belly move, expand as you breathe in, contract as you breathe out. And then drawing your attention, mindful attention down through the hips, legs, feet, and toes. Mindfully aware of any sensations there. Again, ease or tension. Any restlessness or stillness. And then again, returning your attention to your breath. Noticing your breathing. Noticing your inhale, the cool air coming in through the nostrils. The warm air going out, touching the upper lip. Shifting your attention from physical to mental space, observing thoughts that arrive, calmness or busyness of your mind. And here, detaching your identity from your thoughts. Imagine yourself looking in on your mind as though an outside observer. Watching the thoughts float by. Nothing to hold on to. And then noticing here any resistance. Any resistance to letting go of thought, to accepting thought. Aware of any attachment to thought or rumination. And again here, mindful awareness. We're observing without attaching value judgment, without judging ourselves for the thoughts that arrive. And simply noticing, accepting, and to whatever degree we can, letting go. Shifting your awareness to your emotional space. Observing here emotions that arrive. And again, as though an outside observer looking in on your emotions, not attaching our emotional experience in this moment to our identity, to our core self. Simply observing our emotional experience. Noticing any resistance to that acceptance, any resistance to an emotion. Noticing what you accept. Noticing here what emotions easily move on, what remains. Any heaviness or lightness of emotion. Aware of any connection between emotion, thought, or sensation in the body. Sometimes there's a emotional response of frustration to pain, of contentment to relaxation and ease. Just bringing gentle awareness to what your emotions are responding to. Giving yourself permission to feel, to be. And then here, lastly, gentle awareness to your spiritual space, whatever that means for you. Perhaps you believe in a higher power, some entity. Maybe your spiritual space is attached to nature, changing of seasons as we move deeper into fall, toward winter. Perhaps your spiritual space is more a philosophy of living. However you're finding or seeking meaning or being or deeper sense of presence, mindfully aware of your experience of spirituality, spiritual space. Higher meaning or purpose. Observing any openness to receiving wisdom, clarity, any awareness of your connectedness to other beings. Recognizing shared humanity, connection to life, or again, connection to nature or to some divine spirit. And again, attaching no value judgment to how you experience, or perhaps don't yet experience or don't experience spirituality or conceive of a spiritual space. Just noticing what shows up for you as meaning, as empowerment, as depth of being. And then here again, bringing your attention to your breath, feeling your inhale, feeling your exhale, feeling your heartbeat, the movement of your chest and back. And bringing gentle movement to your body, a wiggle of your fingers, perhaps a wiggle of your toes, a sway of the body, turning of the head from one side to the other, and gently opening your eyes and moving forward with mindful awareness into the rest of your day. As always, if you feel comfortable to share your experience of this practice, feel free to share that in the comments below, or simply journal that out for yourself for your own self-reflection and further development of self-awareness, understanding who you are in this moment, in this time and place, and how you want to move forward into the rest of your day, your week, your year. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, as always, for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.